So this is where I'm at, right? I'm in a lot of places right now, but there's so much going on. Like, I've got a theater, little something for you. But right this moment, I'm struggling because my plan was to work tomorrow all day. I have X amount of dollars I'm trying to make this week. And it's kind of important, but it's got me working Wednesday through Sunday, making X amount of dollars. And I'm not ready because it's just been, today was a messed up day. I have to put my life back. I have to do all my stuff to get ready for my day. I don't know that I'm where I need to be in order to be ready. And that got me thinking about how, like, the original layout, the instructions I was given were, you're getting set up for this. You work 4 days to make up the difference in bills. And you take off 3 days and focus on every other aspect of your life. And I did that for like 2 weeks, and then the car stuff happened and I had a few bad days. And so I tried to work 12 days in a row at one point, and Spirit shut me down that Monday and Tuesday. 2 Mondays and Tuesdays in a row, I was not able to get out. Like, I got out and it was just horrible days. And I was like, oh, somebody's making a point. I told you to take Monday and Tuesday off. Okay, I won't even try anymore. There will be no circumstance in which I find it important enough to have to work on a Monday or a Tuesday. But my instructions were also no Wednesday. And I've been contemplating a 5-day week, still kind of small, but like in needed income. But now I'm questioning how to handle tomorrow. I am thinking right now that to avoid stress and overdoing it right this minute, because I came out of last week very weak. I had a hard time Saturday and Sunday. I was struggling. There were times I had to lift my leg in order to get in and out of the car because it was just shutting down. And I've had a fairly stressful first couple of days of this week. I keep noticing how wrinkly my eyes are. God, I've gotten old since the stroke. So I don't want to over push my body. It's been tired all day. And like I say, I spent my morning getting ready for these photographs, tearing my life apart. And now I got to figure out how to put it back together so that I can take it all down and move out. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I know how they feel about that. I'm still not convinced that's the end of this story. I'm trying very hard to be, but everything in to the deepest fiber of my being says, nope, just wait. I wish I could explain it better than that, but there's all sorts of weird things that go on in my life. And so here's what I mean. I saw the Putter and the Pillar and the Shaman 3, not so much of the Shaman today. But there was discussion, I said, look, I don't know much. I don't know everything about God, but one thing I am certain of after all my years of experience is God doesn't waste time or energy, which I find very fascinating because God is the one being in existence that has the ability to waste time and energy because it's abundant and everlasting for God. Not going anywhere. God's in no hurry. All right, whatever. Today, tomorrow, a millennia from now, you figure it out. Get back to me. I'll be here. But God doesn't waste time. God doesn't put things into motion, and life doesn't happen to waste your time. What good are you to existence if you're wasted? And I don't mean wasted. I can be pretty good wasted, let me tell you. If nothing else, I'm good for a fucking laugh. But if you are spent and you've wasted time and energy, and how do you fulfill your purpose, your duty, your role, your job? You can't. God doesn't waste time or energy. There is too much stuff going on outside of the direct experience of dealing with the landlords and whatever this is that's happening. that is all about building up and moving forward and greater and better. And here's my theater story. And I find it so fascinating in the timing. So I was driving home from the safety meeting and I was thinking about life in general. I was thinking about how at this stage in my life, like, look, all I want to do is live in the home, take care of it, make it into a place that is good for everybody, take care of the yard, build some gardens, do some crafting, see my family work, and everyone else can just leave me the fuck alone. I don't need drama or excitement or adventure. Every day of my life is an adventure. There's nothing I need. I just want to settle down and live until I die. That's what I want. And I thought about theater. Like, I don't even need to ever get back into theater. I love theater. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the creative process. I love the entire, from beginning to end, seeing this whole thing take life. And I don't need it anymore. I was thinking those days are done. So while I was at the safety meeting, I got a text from Little Boss and it said, hey, do you know such and such a show? I thought it was like a TV show. I was like, no, I don't. When I got home, after having this whole dialogue with myself on the drive, I see there's a text message. It says, there's a character pretty much gets pushed. He's a dead guy. He gets pushed around in a wheelchair throughout the entire show. Weekend at Bernie's type thing. And that's where it ended. And I could see where this was going. I said, okay, and where exactly are we going with this? She said, well, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come play with us. So at first, she's got me hooked because wait a minute. You want me to play a dead guy? You want to give me an acting role that has no lines to memorize and no blocking to learn, and I'll still get paid? Yeah, where's that contract? Give me that shit. That's like a fucking dream role. I'm sorry, what? I don't actually have to do anything except be dead? That's a role I will return to theater for. And there is a little bit more than that, and that could turn me off depending on when the show is and what's happening in my life.